Welcome back to Escape from 100 Million BC. We have a woolly mammoth wandering around the jungle at the moment. All right, let's begin. Of course, we're starting with first player, which is our botanist. Now, he has a time machine part. We could take him back, drop it off, and end his turn. But I think we're going to have him continue exploring because he's loaded with all kinds of weapons. He still has 4 will tokens remaining, so he's not in bad shape at the moment. So we're going to have him continue exploring. So his first move, going to go into this jungle space. Now, we had a look at the tokens last time, so we know the jungle space this time is just an open one. So we're going to just place that on there, and it was a non-issue for him. And we know that the swamp tile has a time machine part. This is the tile right here, but it also has a carnivorous dinosaur. He's not really going to be too concerned about it. I think he's going to go in there to the swamp, and he's going to try and retrieve the time machine part, which is going to be our 5th of 6 pieces that we need. But now he has to have a carnivorous dinosaur encounter. Utahraptor, again, as from last time. Wow, we've been lucky. We haven't been getting the pack ability. Maybe we won't be so lucky this time. It's a pack 3, which means we have to draw 3 cards off the top of the carnivorous dinosaur deck, which I've just done, and see if we get any more Utahraptors. A Troodon, Pteranodon, Velociraptor. Wow, so lucky in this playthrough. We've not had any pack abilities taking effect. So, wow. All right, we're going to have to deal with the Utahraptor again. Now, again, we have 3 options. We can try to run away from it, flee from it. We can just outright attack it, try to kill it, or we can try to repel it. Our elephant gun is out of ammo. We have the machine gun, which is only going to give him 2 on the attack. I really wanted to save the grenade, though, for if we ever see a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I think, oh man, we really need that time machine part. I think we're going to go ahead and, I don't know, should we just take it out? Should we just take it out? Now, we're going to try to repel it the first time. So we're going to spend the ammo off the machine gun this time, and 1 will token, because that's the price of trying to repel. And that's going to give our botanist a brawn of 4, but we're fighting against a brawn of 6. So we're going to need a bit of luck here to drive him off. So 6 dice for the Utahraptor. Let's hope he gets low rolls. And, ooh, that's not too bad. 3 successes, no exploding dice. And now it's 4 dice with the machine gun for our botanist. Oh, come on. And he gets 2 successes for our botanist. And he's going to spend one of his 3 will tokens to roll another die. Come on, we need a success. He's going to spend another will token. He's burning through them. Come on, we need a success. No. Oh, this could be brutal. He's going to spend his last will token. We need a success badly to drive the Utahraptor away. And he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He spent all those. Oh my goodness, that is brutal. So what happens? The Utahraptor is going to chomp him, and it's deadly +1. So it means our botanist is going to take 2 wounds. He only has 3 health, so 2 wounds. He only has 1 wound left. So now he has, again, 3 options. He can outright fight the Utahraptor, he can try to run away from it, or he can try to repel it again. And I think, I hated to do this, don't want to have to do this, but I'm going to do it. We're going to just try to outright kill it. We're going to use the grenade. The grenade gives him +5 brawn for a single combat. So we're just going to try to blow up the Utahraptor by discarding the grenade. That's going to give him 5 dice plus the 2 for his brawn. He's going to roll 7 dice against the Utahraptor's 6. And he has no will tokens left. Wow. So here's the Utahraptor. And oh wow, we didn't need to do that. He only has 1 success, so I think we wasted that grenade, but we're going to blow up the Utahraptor. So 7 dice for the botanist. And wow, the Utahraptor is blown into tiny little dinosaur chunks. he is completely destroyed, out of the game completely, because we've killed it. However, when you kill a dinosaur like that, your paradox tracker goes up by 2. So let's just take a look at that. That wasn't really ideal. Oh, and we're going to pick up the time machine part. So that's going to give him 2 time machine parts now, but he has no will tokens left, and he has 2 damage to health. But let's go to the paradox tracker and move it up by 2. All right, well, that wasn't extremely good. I wish we could have driven him off, but we didn't. So our paradox tracker has to go up 2. We're still in the green zone, which is temporal instability 5, but we don't want to mess with the time continuum too much. All right, back to the board, and that's the end of our botanist turn. Up next is Jake's turn. All right, Jake is way up here. Now, we know that either of these is completely free, and so is the first water space free. So we're going to have Jake move into the plain space, and because we had that card last time, we knew that there's going to be absolutely nothing going on there. And we also know the water space that's coming up is also free of anything. So we're going to be placing that. Now he can rotate this 1 if he wants, and I think he will rotate it 1 clockwise. That's his special ability when he explores a tile. Now he's going to move onto the plains, and now we're back to not knowing what is under the tile. And he gets an equipment pack and a herbivore encounter. All right, so we're going to get an equipment pack on there, but he's going to encounter a herbivore, and that will be the end of his movement. And let's see what he encounters. An iguanodon. Okay, passive 4+. Oh, pack 3. All right, well, it's a passive 4+. If he rolls 1 die, gets a 4+, the iguanodon just kind of ignores him. And he rolls a 4 as I knock everything around. Well, not everything, some things. So the iguanodon is going to be discarded. No effect to the timeline, time paradox. It just kind of ignores him, and that's it, which is great because now he can pick up the equipment pack, and we need to do that, so we don't want to leave too much stuff behind. And the equipment that he finds is, he also finds a machete. All right, these are really good for getting through those tough to travel through areas, so he now has a machete. Good stuff. And that's going to be the end of his turn, so of course, up now is going to be the time paradox turn. Time for the time paradox. We're going to roll the red. We're going to roll the white and see what we get. And this time, not too bad, not too bad. So we look at the numbers 2 and 4. The only time rift that's open is number 3, so we're not going to increase our temporal instability. That's good. Movement time now. A 2, the woolly mammoth is considered to be out of phase, and a 2 on the red die moves it this direction. So it's moving back towards its time port. Now if it moves in here, it will close the time rift and go back to its own time. That will be excellent. So, and the other positive is our temporal instability is at 5, we rolled a 6. So we are not going to get another time rift opening. So once again, lucking out on the roll. All right, we're going to do another turn for our botanist and for our reporter, and that will be the end of the episode. So let's see what the botanist is going to do. I don't think we need to adjust the camera because we know what he's going to do. He has a movement of 4. He has no will tokens left. He's got 1 health remaining. He's going to head back to camp and dump off those 2 time machine parts. And he has a movement of 4, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, ending his movement here, which means he can fully heal. So he's going to get rid of his 2 wounds. He gets all of his will tokens back up to his maximum, which is 5. So we're going to add 5 will tokens back to him. And the real bonus here is he has 2 time machine parts. We're going to go add them to the time machine tracker. All right, 2 time machine parts are going to be added on to our time machine tracker board. And we're playing on, of course, the wimpiest level, which is thrilling. We only need 6 to be able to activate our time machine. We just need to find 1 more time machine part, get it back to the volcano, get our 2 heroes back to the volcano, and get out of here. Hopefully we'll have collected enough equipment that we're not going to leave a big paradox in the past. All right, back to the board. We're going to have Jake Stern, our reporter, go next. All right, Jake, way up here beside the water, beside the jungle. I think he's going to head off into the water space because it is currently not blocked. But what does he run into? Absolutely nothing. Just open water. Can go anywhere. So I think he's going to wrap around back here. This is his second movement. He has a movement of 4. And it's an equipment pack, so more equipment. That is excellent. And there's nothing else on the tile except an equipment pack. So he's going to pick it up. And he can continue moving afterwards as well, unless I'm messing up that rule, but I don't think I am. He gets hiking boots. Gain 1 extra movement point at the start of each of your turns. So he has running shoes if he needs to sprint, and he has hiking boots, which is going to give him a movement, wow, of 5 now at the beginning of each of his turns. I'm going to put a little 5 die on there so I remember. But not now. He still only has 4 moves. So he'll continue to the water space here for his third move. Another equipment. Wow. And he gets to rotate this if he wants. And he will rotate it once. Oh no, he doesn't have to rotate it at all because we can't go there. Another equipment pack for his third move. He'll pick that up. So we're getting rid of finding all the equipment, which is going to help us in the end. He finds another grenade. Awesome. And he has 1 movement remaining. And I think he's going to head into the jungle. So we need a final time machine part. And he gets a will token. All right, well that's pretty good too. So this is going to be here. Now he can rotate this. I think he'll rotate it 1 space counterclockwise because that's his special ability. He'll gain a will token, taking him up to 3. So very quickly, that was that. Pretty good turn. But up next, of course, is the time paradox turn. So let's roll some dice for that, see what happens. Take a quick look at our characters, our time machine board, and that will be the end of our episode. Right, we're going to be rolling 1 red die, 1 white die for our paradox turn. And what do we get? We get a 4 and a 3, which is pretty good, except for the fact that rift number 3 is open. That's going to increase our temporal instability. Let's go over and do that. All right, our temporal instability is going to go up by 1. We're getting close to going into temporal instability orange zone, but we're not there yet. Back to the dice and we'll continue on. All right, so movement time is on the red die. 3 now, the woolly mammoth. 3 is this direction. He's going to move that way. All right, well that's where the woolly mammoth goes. I just want him to move into here, but so far he hasn't. Well, that's too bad. And now we have a total of 7, which is greater than our temporal instability number of 5, which means we do not get another rift opening. All right, we're going to do a quick check of our botanist, our reporter, the time machine tracker, and then we will call it an episode. All right, so looking at our time machine tracker, we have 5 of the 6 pieces we need to be able to activate our time machine and go back in time, back to the future where we came from, and do a final tally on our paradox and see how we did in the game. But first, let's take a look at the botanist, then the reporter. All right, so looking at our botanist, he's in the base camp now. He's fully healed, back up to 5 willpower, got rid of his damage. He has 2 tokens on his machine gun, nothing on the elephant gun, and he has survival guide, giving him +1 to will checks, a machete, and a pistol with still full ammo. That's our botanist. All right, let's take a look at our reporter. All right, our reporter found a whole bunch of stuff this time. I put a little 5 here to denote that at the beginning of his turn, he's going to get 1 extra movement. He's got 3 will. He's got the hiking boots, which gives him that +1 movement. He found another grenade. He has the thinking cap, giving him +1 will bonus. He has a pistol with 2 ammo on it. Running shoes if he needs to run away quickly. And he also found now a machete. All right, back to the main board. We're going to wrap up for this episode. All right, so that concludes our episode for today. So, wow, the botanist got chewed on pretty heavily by the Utahraptor, but he blew it up with a grenade, causing our paradox to increase a couple of times. And we had our paradox increase 1 because time rift 3 was open. We rolled a 3. So, we're getting there. We're playing, of course, on the easiest level, which means we only need 6 time machine pieces, not 9, 8, or 7. So we have 5 of the 6. That's pretty good. We just need to find 1 more, get it back to the camp. But we still do want to do some more exploring and get the equipment out of, or pick up the equipment. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We still have 9 equipment cards out here somewhere. So we may want to try and get as many of those as we can before we get out of here and go back to the future. So thanks so much for watching along. This is Escape from 100 Million BC. So thanks for your subscriptions, your comments, your likes. Very much appreciated. Join me next time for the continuation.